Hi everyone, it's Missy from Resonate with Missy, along with my 71-pound lap puppy. I don't think you can see her, but anyway, I just wanted to come on today and let you hear my dog bark in the background. Relax. No, I don't want you to hear my dog bark, but he is. No, I just wanted to share like what my intentions were for Resonate with Missy coming up in January. I wanted to start doing some coaching, and if it resonates with you, just put resonate in the comments. I was thinking of doing it. I'm being led. I don't know. This is weird, but you may or may not get this, but I'm being led by spirit to start my own coaching practice, whether it be peer support for mental health, recovery coaching for addiction, fasting coaching. I have all of those skills as a peer, not as a licensed therapist or anything like that. But what is being revealed to me is to do it on like a donation basis, so that there's no barriers. Like if people, wanted my help, that they could either give what they can afford or what it's worth to them. I mean, everybody has different circumstances, so I just don't want to come up with a fee and then have somebody that could really benefit from what I have to offer not be able to afford it. So with that being said, I wanted to just read to you something that came to me on December 19th, this past of December 19th, 2025. Those of you that don't know me, I write a lot. I've been writing for many years. And I have all of these. Actually, I have more than that. But all of these are completed books that I've written. And maybe, I'm not sure how this is going to evolve, but maybe instead of having them published, maybe I will start reading them. I don't know, like reading them on video, on live or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, I just wanted to start reading from December 19th. I'm not going to keep you too long, and see if I'm somebody that you want to work with. I want to say that being authentic is very important to me. And that's why at probably 2:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday, I am still in my PJs with my 71-pound lap puppy on me with bed head and no makeup. So how's that for authentic, right? I don't know. I had another spiritual awakening. I had my first spiritual awakening February 13th, 2024 at 2:00 in the morning. The only way I can describe it to you is that I was baptized by the Holy Spirit. I didn't even know what that meant. It was just something that happened, and it was very intense. But I have written a lot about that, and I can share that with you if we, start working together. But what I wanted to do is just read you from December 19th, 2025. And a lot of my writings, I usually write to God, and they'll start with Dear God, and then I go on. But this particular one is, Good morning to whomever is reading this. I made a decision to do something different today because if nothing changes, nothing changes. Instead of designating today as a PJ day, I decided to take a shower and get dressed and apply a little makeup. Not because I'm going anywhere outside of the house today, but because I want to work from home in the coming weeks, and I also want to be up and dressed in case the spirit moves me to do something other than what I've been doing this past year, which is a lot of self-reflecting and writing. This past year, I experienced the grief of losing 7+ people to the change called death. I stopped counting at 7, to be honest with you. It was just a lot. It was just a lot of grief. For as long as I can remember, I've been connected to the spirit world, or spiritual realm, if you will. However, these last 5 years of learning about Christianity has changed the way I speak about spiritual matters and the way I think about them. For instance, I used to call myself a psychic or a medium to explain how I knew things about you without prior knowledge of you. I have always been able to read people. It's a gift I was born with. However, instead of calling myself what I really am, a prophetess, I used the wrong terminology because I didn't understand what a prophet was exactly until I started meeting with a pastor in February of 2024. When I explained what was happening to me, she referred to 1 Samuel chapter 3, when God was talking to Samuel, and said, "It sounds like you're a prophet." Deep breath. Well, I guess that's that. I'm a prophetess. Sounds weird saying that. I have always known things about people and can read energy like nobody's business, but I'm not sure I really knew what or whose I was. Now that I've become aware of my superpower, that's what we'll call it, I'm making the decision to use it to help people who want my help. The key word is want. I'm no longer giving my help to people without their permission, meaning I'm not helping people, family included, who do not ask me for my help. I learned in recovery coaching that unsolicited advice is a form of abuse or harm, and I'm finally understanding that statement, which leads me to my current discovery of 2 different work-from-home opportunities that magically appeared to me yesterday after having a real shit show of a day at work the day prior. I might tell you about that someday. God has made it blatantly obvious the direction he's leading me in, and now I'm sure of what he wants me to do. I'm jumping in feet first, no fear. No risk, no reward. I don't know where that saying came from, but I do know that today is the day that I take action to fulfilling my life's purpose and doing my long-awaited work-from-home position that I've been hoping to manifest for almost exactly a year. If all goes as I'm envisioning, I'll be working from home this January 2026. So, I wanted to read that to you, and I wanted to read you one thing from February 13th of 2024, when I was baptized by the Holy Spirit. I have, as I showed you, a stack of books, so I have a lot of, I don't know what you want to call it, inspiration from spirit maybe, on recovery from trauma and addiction. This one I'll read to you is February 13th, 2024. Since the middle of September, after Willie's passing and getting reconnected with Sherry and the 12-step Big Book study, I had a spiritual breakthrough, or spiritual experience, if you will, which the 12 steps says, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics, and I say other humans, we tried to practice these principles in all our affairs. And then it says spiritual awakening. If I let you read my journals from 2011 to now, would you want to read them? I wrote them to God mostly, and I'm now having a spiritual experience, the kind that the 12th step talks about. Having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. But my message is about so much more than freedom from alcohol. It's about freedom, period. Freedom to be and to not apologize for being. I'm talking about a human being, not a human doing. I'm talking about being fearless and letting go of the need or desire to be in control. I'll let you know a little secret I've learned in the last almost 16 years of being alcohol-free. We are all, and I mean all, powerless. We are in control of nothing. You may think you have control, but do you really? When you let go of the illusion of control you have, you are free. I finally admitted I was powerless over alcohol first, and then everything else, one thing at a time, and I'm still doing this as I notice things about myself that disturb me. Back to the control part. I finally, on March 5th of 2008, gave up trying to control my drinking. I couldn't stop even though I wanted to, but I also didn't know how to stop. When it finally sunk into my soul that something or someone, a God of my understanding, could take away my drink problem if I was only willing to let it or him or her. That was and is possible for everyone to recover from these things, these addictions that I find objectionable to me and no longer serve me. Once I gave up trying to control my drinking and had what some like to call the gift of desperation, only then did something outside of myself, something stronger than my addiction, take over and take away my compulsion to drink. And to drink was to destroy myself with each passing day. So, I don't want to make this video long. It's 11 minutes already. Yeah, I just wanted to put myself out there. I wanted to say, Happy New Year. Like, the New Year is coming up soon. Today is December 27th or 28th. I'm not sure, of 2025. Yeah, so if any of this resonates with you, please put resonate in the comments. And I also wanted to share that resonate is spelled RESINATE with Missy, because I create with resin. I started doing this in March, actually. I've just been playing around with it. But if I'm going to give this necklace, this is part of my mermaid collection. You can see it's kind of like opalescent. I'm going to give away this necklace. So if you want the necklace, pick me in the comments and maybe I'll pick you. Okay. Oh, and if you want to book something with me, I'm thinking January 21st, I think, is a Wednesday. Yeah, just get on my Resonate with Missy Facebook page, or if I get this on YouTube, just comment below, and we'll see, maybe we can work together. All right, take care.